Have you ever felt drained after hanging out with someone you thought was a friend? You might be ignoring some red flags that could mean your friendship is more toxic than you realize. Toxic friendships can be really hard to spot, especially when they're disguised as normal or even amazing relationships. But the truth is, these friendships can have a huge impact on our mental health and well-being. Over the next few minutes, we're going to explore the signs of a toxic friendship, how to recognize them, and what you can do to protect yourself. You might be thinking, what even is a toxic friendship? Well, let's start with a simple definition. A toxic friendship is a relationship where one or both people are causing harm to the other, either intentionally or unintentionally. This can be through constant criticism, lack of support, or just plain negativity. The reason why toxic friendships matter so much is that they can sneak up on us. We might not even realize that we're in a toxic friendship until it's too late. That's why it's essential to be aware of the signs and take action to protect ourselves. I remember a friend I had in college. We were inseparable, or so I thought. Looking back, I realized that she was always criticizing me, making me feel bad about my choices, and never supporting me in anything I did. I felt drained after hanging out with her, but I didn't think much of it. It took me a while to realize that our friendship was toxic. At first, I thought she was just going through a tough time, and I wanted to be there for her. But as time went on, I started to feel like I was walking on eggshells around her. I was always trying to avoid conflict or make her happy, even if it meant sacrificing my own needs. It was exhausting. That experience taught me a lot about toxic friendships and how to spot them. One of the key signs is a lack of support. If your friend is never there for you or always makes you feel bad about yourself, that's a major red flag. Another sign is constant criticism. If your friend is always criticizing you, even when you're trying your best, that's not a supportive or healthy behavior. You might be wondering, how do I recognize these behaviors in my own relationships? Well, it's not always easy. Toxic friendships can be sneaky, and they might not always be obvious. But if you start to feel drained, anxious, or unhappy after hanging out with someone, that's a sign that something's off. Some of you might be thinking, I've been through something similar. I'd love to hear about your experiences. In previous videos, we've talked about toxic friendships, and I've been blown away by the number of comments and messages I've received from people who have been through similar situations. One comment that stood out to me was from someone who said, I thought my friend was my rock, but it turned out they were actually bringing me down. It has stories like these that remind me of the importance of being aware of toxic friendships and taking action to protect ourselves. Research has shown that toxic friendships can have serious effects on our mental health and well-being. They can lead to anxiety, depression, and even physical health problems. On the other hand, surrounding yourself with positive people can have a huge impact on your happiness and well-being. Experts agree that it's essential to set boundaries and prioritize your own needs in any relationship. This might mean having a tough conversation with your friend or distancing yourself from them. It might be scary, but it's worth it in the long run. If you're dealing with a toxic friendship, one of the most important things you can do is communicate your feelings and set boundaries. This might mean telling your friend how their behavior is affecting you, or it might mean taking a step back from the relationship. It's not always easy to end a toxic friendship, especially if you've invested a lot of time and energy into it. But sometimes it's necessary for your own well-being. Remember, you deserve to be treated with respect and kindness in any relationship. After recognizing a toxic friendship, it's essential to focus on your own growth and well-being. This might mean taking time for self-care, practicing self-compassion, or seeking support from other friends or a therapist. Healing from a toxic friendship takes time, but it's worth it. I've spoken to people who have been through similar experiences, and they're now in healthier, more positive relationships. They're happier, more confident, and more fulfilled. Their stories are a reminder that we all deserve healthy, positive friendships. We deserve to be treated with kindness, respect, and support. If you're struggling with a toxic friendship, I want you to know that you're not alone. To sum it up, toxic friendships can be sneaky and hard to spot, but being aware of the signs can help you protect yourself. Remember to prioritize your own needs, communicate your feelings, and seek support from positive people. If you've been through a similar experience, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. Share your story and let's create a supportive community where we can learn from each other. Don't forget to subscribe for more relatable content, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Make sure to take care of yourself and prioritize your own well-being. You deserve it. By taking care of yourself and being aware of toxic friendships, you can cultivate healthier, more positive relationships that uplift and support you.